My wife asked me to go get 6 cans of Sprite from the grocery store. I realized when I got home I had picked 7 up. You're welcome. All right, I'm gonna show you the surprise, but it's been like quite a morning. So right now I'm trying to avoid a big wasp nest. We didn't know what was going on. We were here because we were meeting somebody to drop off. Here, I'll show you. This is the surprise. Zip. That tractor. So we were meeting somebody to drop that off. And while we were there, the dog was on the ground. He started crying. And then Ashley, all of a sudden, she's like, what the hurt? And we look up, and there's a big wasp nest over our heads. Like right over here. So that was not fun. So everybody's getting stung. So we moved that over to the side. All right, here, I'll give you a look at it. So what we do is we swapped out our camper for a tractor, but this is the wrong one. We're supposed to have a 494 or 474, which is 48 horse. This is 37, I think. So this is not the one that we are supposed to have here. So he's on his way back to get it. In the midst of the confusion, what happened was we have terrible cell service to get this dropped off. So we were getting stung out here, and that thing, we're like out of gas. So we got my buddy bringing up gas. So I don't know how we missed that one. So it's been quite a morning. So we're getting stung by wasps. We're out of gas in the Jeep, and we're here with the wrong tractor. So it's supposed to be a really cool, fun day to show you. Like, we're swapped out the travel trailer because we don't want to put it, it's a pretty nice travel trailer, we don't need it. Since we swapped it, the one we lived in on the property originally, that one there, we traded in for this other one to put it on this property a couple of years ago, or on the campground a couple of years ago. But that trailer there is pretty nice. We don't want to have it off grid, so the better way to utilize it is to use that shed we were working on, turn it into a little cabin for now while we build the other one. And then we were going to turn that trailer over for a tractor. So that's what we're doing. That's a surprise, but he's coming back to get this one, and he's going to bring the other one. So it's a little bigger than this one. So that's what's happening. So now we're just waiting. We're waiting for that. So that's the big news. So it's going to be really exciting once we get it all sorted out and we get that here, and that'll give us, you know, we can do a lot with it. But I'll go over that more later when we actually get the right one. So it's kind of like, it was happy to see it, but then between the stinging and the running out of gas and all that stuff, now it's kind of like, nah, you know, it's like Christmas morning, you got the wrong present. Anyways, he's on his way back, so we'll show it when it gets here. All right, so here's little, hey, where you at? He's all wound up.
Panicking.
He's still upset. Oops, he gets stung in the ear.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if he gets stung anywhere else. So yeah, so he's still all weirded out. And then she got stung behind the ear.
Oh man, I didn't know what the heck was happening. It was like all of a sudden all these bugs were flying around, and it felt like one literally flew at me with its stinger right out and just right into there. It hurt so bad. I knew why he was flipping out.
Yeah.
Poor thing, he's running around crying, scratching his ear. I thought, what happened? He must have a bug in there. And then right after, I took one right to the head as well.
And we looked up, and then there is a wasp nest just everywhere, and they're everywhere, just swarming. So
I couldn't tell what they were.
we just moved the tractor off to the side, and now we're hiding.
Yeah, I thought I was in a horror movie.
Yeah.
It was really nuts. There was a lot of them.
Yeah, it was. So we're out of gas, getting stung by wasps, got the wrong tractor.
Yeah.
It's a typical Monday, right?
Yeah. Thank goodness Jeremy's cousin's bringing us gas.
Yeah. Ah, poor guy. We're going to go take him and pet him for a while.
Yeah. He needs to be comforted.
Yeah.
He's scared. What happened to me? Why do you hate me?
Yeah, why am I dealing with such pain?
Yeah. Hello.
All right, so the camper's gone. So I reload it down with blocks. This is the blocking that was holding it up, keeping it from moving around, right? Balancing it out. What's the word I'm looking for? Not leveling.
I would have thought leveling.
Yeah, maybe it's leveling. I don't know. There's a word in my head I feel like I'm not thinking of. Anyhow, these are from that. So we thought we'd bring them over here. This is where they're going to be
living,
yeah. And they'll come in handy. You wouldn't believe how many cinder blocks we go through.
Yeah, it's true.
Just from, you know, using it for anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Blocking stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to get them off anyway. So they're here. But on the tractor, that's coming tomorrow. So
the right one should be here tomorrow.
Right. So it's been a little bit of, there was a little bit of a screw up on their end there.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
Yep.
We didn't need it right then anyway. So
no.
We
nice.
get a few more of these blocks to get after this.
Yeah.
And then we'll be all sorted out at least that way.
It's nice that the camper's gone and we know that part's done. Now we just wait on the tractor.
Yeah, it's so good to have that gone. Man, it was good that that worked out. We were able to do that. So
really great.
we were trying to sell it. We really didn't want to bring it here.
No.
Just because it's a nice camper, and when we have that, we don't need a full camper here and stuff. So.
No.
And then, you know, not too far into the future, we'll have a cabin eventually.
Yeah.
A full size too.
Yeah.
So.
So
Or a bigger one.
good.
Bigger one, right? Still a small one, but bigger than this one.
Bigger than 10 by 12.
Yeah. That's still going to be cool though. We're going to sort that thing out.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing that. We're going to get the siding for it and some other stuff to get it cozy, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Let's get these out. Whatever you do, do not hit the side of that truck.
I'm dead meat.
I would cry. I'll do it now, eh?
Yeah. Hope not.
I'd still cry.
Yeah, for sure. Threw it on one. That's what I'm not supposed to do. Don't hit the truck and don't throw them on top of each other.
Yeah, it's probably inevitable to run into each other. Ah, I just busted it.
You idiot. I didn't even bust one yet. That's it for now.
Yep.
Good.
So as you can see, the tractor's here. So, let me turn this off for a sec. So the right one's here. Took a couple extra days to get this switched out, but it's here now. So that's pretty sweet. So it is raining very heavily today, which is good. We needed the rain, so that's not a bad thing. I am dressed warmer, but not exactly dressed for wet weather. So I'm pretty wet, but well, what are you gonna do? Anyways, the tractor, this is going to be a new thing for us because we haven't owned a tractor. And all I've ever driven is a small skid steer, like a little Bobcat, and like a big roller for rolling parking lots. As far as like machinery like this kind of goes. And then our lawn tractor. So I guess we have a lawn tractor, but not quite the same thing. So it'll take some little getting used to, but it's pretty simple. It's a hydrostatic transmission, so that makes it super simple. And getting used to the bucket and all that, I guess we'll just learn it over time. But sitting in it right away, it's super comfortable. And I'll give you a look at the controls here and stuff, at least to give you an idea of it. We won't be doing no work with it today, but at least we got it here. So here, check it out. So there's the brakes, forward, reverse, Same as the lawn tractor. That's for the bucket up and down and tilting it. The range shift there. There's a lot of controls I just flat out have to learn. There's speed control. It's got a pretty good instrument panel. I was pretty impressed. Like, sweet. There's a stereo in it. That's pretty fancy. Light. Speakers, I mean, fancy stuff. There's the wipers. I figured that out pretty quick. That's heat and air conditioning. I already had the heat on. Get rid of the steam in here. The cup holder. There's a little spot here. PTO. There's a 4-wheel. Seat super comfortable. Armrest. Nice. So, you know, that's it for in here. But we're going to put this thing to use. I definitely want to get a bush hog for it so I can clear paths and stuff. I'd like to get the digger on it. Right now we just have the bucket, so we just traded in our camper, so we got what we could for the time. Then over time we'll add when we can add to it. So, but it's a good start. It's going to come in handy. We'll throw the syrup in the front and go around and collect the syrup with a big bucket in the front. Loader and lots of other stuff. There'll be all kinds of stuff that we'll come up with. So that's pretty sweet that we were able to do that trade for the travel trailer. So this thing will come in handy. And it's again it's a Tim T474. So I think it's 48.7 horsepower, and that should be able to do basically anything. So it's a good size. All right, so we're very pleased to have the tractor here. That's going to be a huge help, like I said. So we have the screw piles coming for the 20 by 30 cabin we're doing in like just a couple days. So that's going to be great to get that up, and then we'll get the beams built and go from there. So we built off those screw piles before a few years ago, and man, they make it super simple. So we're excited to get started on that. We also are going to get some siding for this. Like we were saying, do some stuff to this because this is going to be like our small cabin while we build the other one and get that one completed and good to go. And again, on that one there, it's going to be 20 by 30, but we're going to do like an 8-foot deck off the front, and the trusses are going to continue on. So it'll be a roof over top of that deck. So we'll have like 38 by 20 footprint. That way we have the deck off the front ready to go too. Anyways, before I take off, so that's in a couple days. So that'll be the next thing we're going to share is how the footprint looks after we get those screw piles in. So before I take off though, this window, if you notice, I went and cut the whole window out when I did it. Well, originally I went to get a window that would fit the whole size, but I couldn't find one. And then when I came back, I had forgot that I bought a smaller window. So I cut the whole thing out, and then I framed it in, and then I put that little piece in. It doesn't matter. It's going to be all fine. But really what I would have done if I had been thinking, partway through the cut I thought about it, but it's too late at that point, is that I would have just framed this in first and then whoop, cut out that piece of plywood. But I didn't. So you saw what I did. If you saw the last vid, we put the piece, I just put a piece, cut a piece and put it back in, and then put the Tyvek back over and taped it all up. It's just an old shack here, so it's no big deal. And it's going to be fine either way. It'd be fine anyways, even if it wasn't. But that would have been the better way to do it, not the way I did it. But again, I totally forgot that I had got a smaller window and just wasn't thinking, just get cutting. So just wanted to mention that the better way would have been not to cut that out first and then just cut that out after I frame this in. So anyways, neither here nor there, it's done now. And that'll hold out. This works good. Anyhow, everything's all good. It won't leak or nothing. It's all taped up, Tyvek. It's all taped up, Tyvek and everything. And we got a screen in there, keep the bugs out and all that. And it's pretty cool. So we got some things we want to do here. Big plans coming up with the other cabin. So we'll see you here soon. And I'll show you that foundation when we get that done in the next vid. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one.